What is that?
It's a sticker place where I got all these stickers from.
You can make your own.
You can make it?
No, it was just on there.
They had brown sugar, babe.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want one.
Okay.
Give me one too.
I can put it on my BSB notebook.
Yeah,
right,
that's cute.
my
That's super cute. Yeah.
That's crazy. Can we send in stuff for them to create for us?
I have no idea. We can look, but I have no idea.
That's so cool.
Is it an online shop?
Yeah. It's an online.
Stickers coming soon, babe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say bitches, but stickers coming soon, babe.
Stickers. That is so cute. Okay. Hey, babe.
Hey.
babe.
How y'all feeling?
I
know, I heard.
We haven't asked each other that in a
I
very
know.
long time.
I think I haven't said anything because I didn't want to answer.
Oh.
Oh, that's real. You should go first. You want to go last?
I mean, I don't really have a feeling right now.
So you just know.
Basically, that's a good word.
Dang,
Mm-hmm.
that's real. I can kind of attest to that. I feel like
I'm here.
I'm 50% numb and 50% like it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at in life right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. Now I'm just
Okay.
skating.
Yeah.
That's my word. Skating.
Skating over.
Yeah.
I am feeling. Honestly, y'all, I can't lie. I'm feeling blessed. I feel real blessed because God is out here and He out here. He thriving and He's showing up and showing out. He's been showing up and showing out in my life, just in the small things.
Yeah.
Just as far as like just I keep saying my mental, but y'all, it be so real. Just in the small things, and I
That's
think
real. I feel like you good here, you good everywhere.
Yeah, and he's been getting me through. Like I found out some really tough things earlier this year, and he's just been showing up and showing out. Everything has just been good. Like, it hasn't been exactly. Thank you, God. And I think it's mainly because of my focus. My focus has been on the good. It has not been anything other than good. Like I've changed. I don't know. I realize my power, and I understand that as long as I continue to speak what I want to see, I'm good. And
that's the key. That's the key to life. Because bad shit gonna happen all the time.
No, it's not.
Most of the time.
No, not for me. It ain't happening.
I know like bad shit is going to happen all the time, but it's the narrative that you change in your head that makes the bad shit seem like
how you see it, your perspective, how you see it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the reason why I say not for me because I don't look at anything as bad.
It's a lesson, maybe. Yeah,
it's something. It's a reason. Real. It's a reason why. It's an opportunity, either opportunity to learn or opportunity for growth. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing I would say. Is change your perspective.
I'm gonna practice that this upcoming week. It's just practicing nothing but positive things.
Speak what you want.
Yeah.
Like, my god sister told me, because I was just telling her how I just been manifesting things, and those things have literally been happening like immediately, and it's like it's been scaring me. Like I'll say something, and then jump will happen the next day. And she's very spiritual, and I was like, man, it's just crazy. And she was like, it's not crazy. Stop saying
it's ordained.
Say it's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, it's favor. It's stop saying crazy. She's like, and once you stop saying crazy, once you start putting positive words into the negative words you say, you'll start to realize how negatively you've been speaking.
Oh yeah.
How much
I feel like we as humans are just accustomed to negative. Like it's easy to do the negative.
Creatures of
like
habit.
Creatures of habit. Yeah. No one teaches to be positive all the time. Everybody just tells you to sit there and just take it. So being positive, it's so hard.
Because the Bible says, Sister Oliver, back me up here, honey. The Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue, correct? So that means that your tongue has power, right? So if you continue to complain, you're putting power into your complaint. You're putting power into your negative situation.
That's true.
So if you speak power, positive power, and saying, oh, no, it is going to be done. Oh, no, that's not it is going to happen. I am going to find it. I am, instead of being like, man, I'm probably... Because when you're saying that, that's doubt. You're putting doubt in the atmosphere, and that's what's going to meet you.
And then when the thing comes, you probably wouldn't even recognize
it
because
Chloe.
You're negative. But if you're positive, you receive. I did.
For real,
like. So happy. Yes.
I get it.
Connect some dots. Yes, son.
Yes, hunty.
You see it? I get it. Yes, son.
Yeah, I've been practicing that. Like, I'm on this. Look, I'm on this 21 day. Like, I'm trying to create a habit. You always tell you it takes 21 days to create a habit. And one of my homegirls, did Maya put you in the group chat?
21 days of abundance.
Meditation.
Shout out to Maya.
I want to share it with you because I always start it and never finish it. So we can do together. Get on WhatsApp.
Can we all three? Because I haven't even did that.
Oh, that'd be cute. So any babes who want to join it with us, just totally do it. It's a 21 day of manifestation or 21 day of abundance.
Yeah.
And it practice meditation. Like every day she sends an audio clip that helps you manifest. Meditate and then speak like a quote every day that helps you with abundance. So I did it for 2 days, and I promise you, the 2 days that I did it, I felt the difference. Like it was a good day. And the days that I didn't do it, I just felt like,
Come on.
And the difficult part with me, though, is just I don't have a consistent schedule. Like, my schedule changes every day, so it's hard for me to wake up in the morning at the same time and do the same thing. But, like I say, the days that I did do it, a complete 180 of, like, the day.
Because you're focused.
Yeah, you're focused.
Yeah.
And you're constantly remembering that word of encouragement or that sentence of encouragement to keep you going. So, we're all three going to do it, and if any babes want to join us,
please do, y'all. And
hit us up in our DMs.
Exactly. And even before then, like, you could practice before then just by, like, if you say something like, I attract opportunity.
Yeah.
Say that and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Like, say it with, like, power. I attract opportunity. You will feel like,
seriously,
you be like,
because I've been dealing with mood swings.
You know what I'm saying?
So moody.
Yeah.
PMS.
I feel you. PMS.
No.
Slightly.
I've been off of it I'm not nowhere near it. I'm just moody.
Yeah.
I'm just moody.
Why?
People just annoy me. Like, I think one thing I could say about 2020 thus far, I'm tired of people.
Humans just want star.
I've been a hermit. I feel like if it's not y'all or like any other like close friends, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around anybody. So it's people. I'm just tired.
Let me ask you something. Look, I mean, I'm not gonna start.
But let me change the narrative.
Look, I was about to say, I feel you, right? Because same, like months ago or a year ago, but I can only control myself, right?
Yeah.
So people ain't got shit to do with me.
Yeah.
It ain't people, it's me.
Period. That's why I've been in the house lately because it's like my peace is here.
Yeah.
And anywhere else it's just like, oh,
and that's okay for you to
in this spot.
Like a force field.
Because God will hide you in the
presence of the storm.
He gonna hide you, right?
And
it's okay. It's okay for him to hide you. It's okay for you to be, hidden. Okay, because he's working on it. He's working on it.
That's how I feel. I really feel like I'm being hidden.
And that's okay.
I receive. And I accept.
Yeah.
Chloe, make me shout in here and do a backflip in the kitchen.
Come on, don't break yourself.
Ooh!
All of us don't have insurance for you. Just for the kids.
Yeah.
Bruh, we can talk about this all day. Let's keep it pushing. We do this all the time.
Yeah.
Bitch, what? What were we talking about?
We're gonna do the babies. I know y'all want to talk about.
Look, Jada, our manager, told us in the meeting last week we need to keep it to one.
Keep it to one. So what we were just talking about.
Do we want to do Cassie and Russell and them, or we want to do just like the babies?
You want to talk about Kylie and body image?
I kind of did.
Okay, so the premise of this show. You'll see in the title, it's called It Ain't Your Booty.
It's your beauty.
That's cute.
So,
let's talk about Kylie,
Yeah, so you'll learn more. So the show basically is, we wanted to talk about beauty standards and why a lot of women these days kind of feel like beauty is defined in body image and nothing else. Like, it seems just like beauty has everything to do with the way you look, your booty, your butt, your hips, your just overall complexion. So our bitch what was going to be about, we were briefly discussing before we started recording about Kylie. The Shade Room had posted a picture of her where it appears, because, I'm not going to accuse her of anything, but it appears that it looked like she got her hips done. But it could be Stormy. It could be just, the baby kind of banged her hips a little wider. Who knows?
The baby too.
I'm not one to judge.
She too now.
Look. She is looking a little thicker, like she mean her cornbread. And I don't know if it's the cornbread or she just went back to that great doctor of hers. But
I'm sure she just went to the doctor.
Look, Tanara's not having it. It's not the cornbread.
I'm gonna be honest, because I'm like, I don't really.
She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, fantastic. Do not get me wrong. But I was bringing it up to Lauren because my biggest thing with the Kardashians, or just with anyone who has an amazing body that obviously has had work done, is just like, why not talk about it? Like, why not share your surgery?
Especially when y'all getting the same model number and y'all literally
right. And my thing is like, especially the model number.
I mean, because if you look at everyone that got them big boobs right here,
like
and they
got
the small waist.
Let me get model number 1.
Basically, that's what they doing. It's like just give me the parentheses at the top and parentheses at the bottom.
Give those parentheses.
That's it.
And what I was saying was, why does it matter? I honestly do not think that anybody owes anybody an explanation on their body and what they do to it. I think, like our beautiful manager was saying, that social media has made it to where everything is exposed. You know everything about everybody. And it gives people like this entitlement to know what's going on with somebody. It doesn't, to me, bitch, I don't care. I don't care if you tell me or not, but but like you said, if you are posing as if it's your shit,
right?
That's when I have a problem.
But not even that. So tying back to a little bit, and we'll dive into this deeper. Yeah, if y'all hear kids screaming, it's just the babies.
It's just the Oliver babies.
It's just the Oliver babies. They're having a blast in their room.
A blast.
But so tying it back into our topic, but we'll dive into more, once we get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
We, it's body image, and the Kardashians are a family that appears to have it together. Like happy they have it all.
Yeah.
But if you're getting your body done, that lets me know something about you is insecure with who you are as a person. So it's just like, for someone who has so many followers, why not share that with your followers?
Why?
Like, hey, I've gotten my body done, but here's why I've gotten it done. Just because we're trying to promote that beauty isn't about your body.
They not trying to promote that. What if they not?
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But that brings us to our topic. Beauty is not about your body. And if it's not, then let's talk about it. Let's be upfront.
But we have to remember that that's not everybody's
testimony.
Exactly. That's not everybody's motto. Like, there's some people it is about their body, or it is just about the coin. And the coin and the body is what brings the coin. The body brings the people, which brings
and
the
that's
coin.
what I understand with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Like, I have to look a particular way because that's how I make my money.
Exactly. Yeah. It's their image. It's like Kylie is a walking billboard for her shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to, in her mind, I would think that she feels like she needs to be the most beautiful thing out here in order to continue. Not continue, because I feel like people will support Kylie no matter what, so it is an insecurity. I agree 100%. But I think social media plays a lot with it. In the day and time we're in now, everything is about image.
You know what sucks though? It's just like, I feel like if Kim Kardashian didn't exist, Kylie would not in the body form.
Yeah.
Kim got her body done, Chloe, and it's just like you have this little sister where it's just like, oh, well, if I can look like that and make this type of money, let me go ahead and get some work done.
But please, let's not. Let me tell you, Kylie Jenner, she the GOAT. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that bitch is the GOAT.
No one knows.
Y'all remember Kylie Jenner on the damn Kardashian when she was 8, 11, and 14? Cute little thing. That girl had a huge transformation. Now she's a whole billionaire.
That's why it's so crazy, because it's just like, God damn, she's gorgeous. She was gorgeous then, she's gorgeous now. I thought she was cute when she was a little thing, because I just remember she's just 8. She was cute. So it's because she's cute.
Her and Kendall. I feel you. I understand what you're saying, but I think if that is your platform, by all means. Yeah. There's some people whose platform is like that, like K. Michelle. People who want to promote, good self-image, and there's some people who not. They don't care shit about that.
I just feel like we talk so much, and I don't know anything about the Kardashians, so I can't speak on them as far as their image and what they try to promote or things like that. But I feel like a lot of times they promote positivity in a sense, or they like to be positive. No, I don't know the Kardashians.
The Kardashians, okay.
What they trying to promote besides business?
I think Kim promotes positivity because people be ready to drag her ass. People are ready.
They can't wait to
bad for her because I feel like she doesn't
her and the whole Kanye shit. People be ready. So I think that she has gotten a little bit more non-confrontational as the years have gone by. I think all of them have because they've been dragged so much through the media. So I think now it's like positivity. But before they was messy as fuck, especially Khloe Kardashian. Bitch, please
don't try her.
Take her whole Twitter beat.
Now, especially with the whole thing that happened with Tristan and Jordan.
Yeah, and then her
like on the show,
Black
she's like,
China
these whores think they can just take our men. I'm like, you need to relax.
That's what she said.
She said it on TV. I'm just like,
Take our men.
Okay.
The man that is the same skin color as mine.
I didn't know you could possess men.
Me,
like
I didn't know you could. I didn't know. You sound like a slave owner. You better get the fuck up out of here, girl.
And that's on that.
But if you haven't seen Kylie's pictures on the Shade Room,
okay.
It was a point to that. It really is not a bitch way. It was a point to us breaking
it's
up.
It's just
Kylie.
like,
I think it sucks for them sometimes because I'm pretty sure they don't be wanting to expose everything. Because imagine if you had to expose everything, you don't have shit to yourself. So I feel
kind
bad
of wish
for them
they would
sometimes.
expose that part of that's why I have so much respect for Queen Naja, who was very open about her surgery and her BBL when she had her baby.
She couldn't help it.
I don't feel like anyone could though.
Unless
you're not in a spotlight like that, like you can't help talking about that. I got my body done. If not,
I just feel like if you know it's going to be such a drastic change, there's no way that you could just slide in and slide out and act like nothing happened.
My thing is, I like when people with a platform are honest about it because it lets me know, like, okay, so this, we sometimes like to think that celebrities are not of human form. Like sometimes we think that they're on a totally different platform.
Yeah.
So it is nice to kind of see like, oh, you suffer the same insecurities as I do. Like, oh, it's okay to like get your body done and still be like, yeah, I did. I had a little flubber and I wanted to get it off just because I didn't want that flubber no more. Sometimes you feel bad. You're just like,
but what if
I
it's not
love
like
that
that
flubber.
though? What if it's not for that? What if I'm getting my body done because I just want to be the baddest bitch on Instagram? How do I express that to millions of people that follow me? I can't. Y'all gonna drag my ass. So keep it to my damn self.
So now it's not just
nothing.
There needs to be a self-assessment and like a mental evaluation.
But that brings us to the whole point of why we're talking about this certain topic.
I was hoping we were gonna round it out. Yeah.
So we're okay with Kylie like posing in Instagram with a bra, showing off her hips and stuff. But when Lizzo pops on the beach with a bikini, America got a problem with it.
Yeah.
That's my point. I don't know.
I'm just like we all here like we see Meg out here with no clothes on and it's yeah. Nicki Minaj out here, yeah, like everybody else.
Yeah.
But then when you have someone who is not the typical social standard, now it's you need to cover up.
You need to cover
up.
I honestly do not. Look, I honestly don't think that's what it is.
What do you think it is?
Because, and I looked at it from my own perspective. Because I checked myself because I was like, damn, other people post like this. You don't really have a problem, so why is it such a big deal? I think it's because of Lizzo's music. Lizzo's music is not reflective of what she be doing on Instagram.
I disagree.
It absolutely does.
I don't think
I do my hair toss, check my nails.
Let me finish. Compared to the bitches out here that be showing that the other artists out here that reveal themselves, Lizzo do not be talking about sitting on nobody's face. Lizzo do not be talking about twerking and hopping on dick. Lizzo don't talk about nothing sexual. She does not. She does not talk. She talks about self-confidence.
It's not.
She talks about
exactly.
Wait. She talks about empowerment. That's what I'm saying. When did self-confidence become being sexual and being intimate and being vulgar? Her videos, her rubbing herself and doing all this intimate stuff for her bathing suit has nothing to do.
Her album was her posing nude completely. She's always been like
that, but no, her album to me, I feel like her album was like either old. I know it was like an ode to like the 80s to me. I didn't think it had anything to do with her being naked. I feel like that was just an ode to the 80s. That's how I check myself because I'm like, okay, I can. Not really accept, but I could be okay with like you with Cardi and whatever because I expect that from you. Your music is nasty. I can expect that from Meg because you talk about your ass, you talk about twerking, you talk about this. With Lizzo, it just wasn't my expectation.
She talks about it in a different way.
Yeah, it's a different. She talks about it as far as being comfortable with yourself,
being confident in yourself.
So so it's not the sexual thing, but it's just like.
But that's how she was on Instagram. Bitch. She's sexual.
Yeah.
But she don't talk about sex.
Yes, she does, though.
She talks about being sexual in her music?
No. I'm not talking about on that aspect. I'm talking about, like what Sanara is saying, it's not the sexual. And why does sexual have to be, why do you have to, that brings up another point. Mm-hmm. Why does, just because I talk about sexual. What does it all mean? Exactly.
Ooh.
Why does me talking sexual allude to the fact that I have to be in a bra and panties?
What I'm saying is, based on what you being sexual on Instagram, on your social media, to me, I don't see how it matches. I don't get it. I don't get how that reflects what you talk about in your music.
I don't see what she posts on Instagram as being sexual. I just see her posting on Instagram as like, this is me being.
Or like when she's twerking. Or like when she's twerking with the red lingerie on and stuff like that. I just think that's her doing what she want to do.
Yeah, I don't see it as sexual. I just see it's just like hey, y'all might not like it, but I think I look good in a bikini or some lingerie or butt naked that's how I get Lizzo.
So within the title of it's not your booty, it's your beauty. I mean, she shows her booty a lot. So really and truly, that's not even.
But that was the point. That was why we were having this conversation. So okay, backstory.
Because go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Are we in the meat and potatoes?
Yeah.
Okay, let's. Because I'm just like, okay, so if Lizzo is showing, I don't even know how to word it. Go ahead, and
So the whole point of this episode, Lizzo was the premise of this episode, and why we called it "It Ain't Your Booty," because we felt like those are funny. We felt that should be the cover art for the.
I mean, but then you have someone like how they were saying Summer Walker posting the picture with her ass and stuff like that, but they're like, you can't do a concert.
Okay, hold on. Let's tell the fans about the show. So the whole point of this show is to talk about "It Ain't Your Booty." It's really on a premise of just like why is beauty defined in body image? Why is it not defined in personality, character, just being an overall good person? Like, it's defined by body image. And we brought up Lizzo just because we felt like Lizzo was doing lately. It seems like she's been doing a lot to prove that, you know.
I don't think she's trying to prove anything. I think she's doing what she sees. Everybody else is doing it, so I just feel like she's falling to the standard.
That isn't a good.
It's not, but I mean, isn't that why everyone's getting their body done?
No, which is what? Why?
Like when you see, okay, I see that, I like that, I want that. Let me go get it. I feel like that's what we're saying when Kylie wouldn't have done her body if her sisters would not have done her bodies. So then it's like, but then let's really think. We always hear sex sells. So if Lizzo had her clothes on looking like Adele, do you think she would be as popping as she is now?
So to me, yes.
You think so?
And then to me, I feel like then
I really challenge that.
I feel like we fell in love with Lizzo way before she started doing all this extra
Exactly.
Stuff. Me personally.
I was in love with her music.
That's not all this music that Lizzo has dropped. This is
been
old music.
Yeah.
So her getting into the spot, I feel like she's definitely trying to make a statement about like I'm big and beautiful and y'all gonna love me regardless. But I do feel like some of the stuff that she's been doing lately is kind of extra, i.e. the basketball game. When she went into the basketball game with her ass out, there was a lot of talk about that. Now, I would say I don't mind Lizzo, seeing pictures of Lizzo on the beach with a string bikini and stuff like that. I don't care about that. But what I do care, I thought the basketball game was a little extra just because this is a public family setting. Ma'am, you will not walk. And everybody was just like, well, if Drea did it or Cardi B did it, no one else would. Yeah, it'd be the same thing because kids are around.
And they probably would have escorted Drea or Cardi out because it's too much. It's too.
I mean, but I've seen Meg after a show standing next to two little white boys taking a picture.
But that's her show. That's a show.
That's a totally different thing.
No, it wasn't her show. It was at a game. It was at something, but she wasn't performing. That's why I seen. I'm like, okay, so
she had on clothes.
I don't think that's appropriate. She had like a bra and like her little booty things, and
I've never seen. Now I don't know, but
if
I've never
saw
seen
it, I would have said the same thing.
That.
I'm just
and that's what I said. So
attending a basketball game, like just
it's what gets me. It's like people. It's kind of hard for me to even argue either side because it's like I've just got in my mind that people gonna do whatever they want to do. Yeah. So if it doesn't bother me, then just live your life because it's like we're never gonna have a happy medium. Someone's always gonna be upset. So it's like if you're gonna talk about me, whether it's in a negative way or a positive way, I'm still gonna do whatever I want to do. So I might as well.
Do you think Lizzo is doing stuff like this to define her beauty standards based off of her body image?
I think that she's doing this just to say I can do it too. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it.
So it has nothing to do with her trying to.
I don't think it has
any. And on top of that, all the other plus size models and plus size individuals that have been out who have done it too. Like, what? I mean, it's not like everybody in America didn't think that bigger girls can do it. I mean, we've had examples. It's not, you ain't the first one.
It's just, I think what she's saying is that you don't see girls her size in the spotlight like she is. Because, I mean, I'm trying to think of one that's in this industry just like Lizzo is, and there aren't any. So I think that's why she's trying to make so much noise. Not necessarily paving a way for someone else, but it's like, okay, well, I'm here, but I don't. It's just hard to weigh in because it's so many. It could be so many things, or it could be nothing.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, so we can try to find maybe the reason why she does it. Why do you think we as humans define beauty based off of body image?
Because what we see. That's what we're taught. We're taught to look a certain way before. We're told to look a certain way before we're taught to think of yourself in a certain way.
Especially as being from the
South.
South.
As women, yes.
I think as Southern women, I can attest, my mom has always been, make sure this is right, make sure this is right. You don't want to be looking like this. Make sure when you go out like this. And in addition to that, just how America is set up as far as like Hollywood. And, there have always been people in Hollywood, A-list celebrities, and they've always been put together. People, J-Lo, America has always put body parts or body on a pedestal.
Yes, absolutely.
Halle Berry, people to this day, people talk about the 90s bodies versus this body. So body, Lisa Bonet, the bodies have always been like a stigma. It's always been like a focal point. And I don't want to say average because, baby, I'm not average, but for us girls in Houston, Texas, or whatever, that's not on Hollywood, not on the red carpet yet. It's like that's not our reality. A lot of us, and we don't know what they be doing to get them bodies like that, but that's not our reality.
And that's the thing. We have to think. We definitely live two different realities.
Exactly.
So it's like that may be their everyday thing, but that's not our everyday thing.
So how do we, as the people who are not in Hollywood and California, how do you guys define beauty?
I define beauty in the eye of the damn beholder, bitch. If you could think a man on the side of the road with a paper bag over his head is beautiful, and that's on you. That's what I think. I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what I don't think beauty is, I don't think beauty has anything to do with your body, though. That's what I don't think it is. Because it's too, how do you say it? It's not consistent. You know what I'm saying? Not even regular people, even people who get BBLs, bitch. If you don't work out, bitch, you're gonna be fat. Your half body, your waist, and your hips gonna be big as hell, and your head's gonna be fat, and your arms are gonna be fat. So I'm real.
So serious.
Real. So either way, it's just kind of like.
Yeah, I know me personally, I just don't define beauty as appearance. Not anymore. And I can be honest, I feel like when I was younger and growing up, definitely agree. Like, beauty had everything to do with how you looked, body,
hair,
image,
clothes, everything.
Yeah. Now, as I'm older, for me, beauty is definitely like what's in the inside.
Exactly.
Character is beauty to me. Like, you could be the most beautiful man that I have ever seen, but if your character is like flawed, or just even a woman, like, you could be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I want to be friends with you all day. But if your character is flawed, I don't want
treat people
nothing.
properly.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with
That's
you.
Real.
But it's sad though, because I still feel like I kind of feel like we're so far away from that, and social media is making it even more farther for us to understand that beauty is in the eye of the beholder and what's in the inside versus on the outside. Every day I go on social media, and I'm good with deleting people who don't pour into me, but I still can't escape, like, what you call it, the parentheses woman, or just the chiseled abs. I just can't escape it.
For me, that don't bother me. That doesn't bother me. It don't bother me.
It don't bother me, but I do think, like, God dang, I need to get in the gym today. Why? I need to eat a salad today. Because I'm trying to look like that.
Why?
I'm trying to.
But why though? Why? But what I'm saying is, like, who said that was?
I'm trying to figure it out.
That was who said that was the staple for what beauty for even for.
That's what we're saying. Every time we get a like or a share or whatever, it's telling something. So if we see a million likes on a certain type of body, and we see men, because it's really, I want to say, I hate to say this, but it's really the attention of men, because we don't care how we look when we around each other, unless we're going somewhere, because then now we're like, okay, well, what are you wearing? Because I don't want to be underdressed, or how are you wearing makeup? I'm not wearing makeup. Like, it's a competition subconsciously.
Yeah.
We don't think it's a competition because, like, I admire pretty women. If you look good, you look good. But of course, in the back of our mind, and if you say you don't think about this, then I know you have either you're super solid or you lying. But when I look at you, I'm like, damn, okay.
I don't think about that.
Work to do.
I honestly, I swear, I've never been.
So you never seen anyone's body or anyone on Instagram, anyone anywhere, celebrity or anything, and you're like, damn, I'm trying to get like that.
Oh, of course. That's my body goals. No. There's a difference. There's a difference with seeing someone on Instagram and say, you know what, that's body goals, and looking at someone and be like, damn, and feel shit about myself.
I'm not saying feel shit. I'm not saying feel shit, but I'm saying.
But no, what you said was like you can't get away from it as if it had a negative connotation to it. That's what I'm saying.
No, meaning because sometimes I don't want to see it because I want to appreciate everything that is me.
It's hard to appreciate yourself when you're seeing so many.
How?
Yeah.
How?
What?
What? I'm dead ass. I do not look at no other woman and feel bad about myself because I feel like their body is different from mine.
It's good though, but a lot of women don't feel that way. That's what we're just talking about.
But can I ask y'all that? Can I ask y'all why though? Like why? Why does that make you feel bad about yourself?
Just like we talked about earlier, like there's since you were younger, there's always a certain level that you need to attest to or get to be considered beautiful or it or just that way
to other people. For other people to see you.
Exactly.
Outside validation, right?
I get the point that you're trying to get at. But a lot of people suffer with that. That's the point that we're trying to make.
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just asking. I'm clarifying so I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
All of that definitely has to do with wanting validations or insecurities or things like that. Absolutely.
Why can't it be? So here's my thing. Why can't it be I'm insecure about my body? Why does it have to be about the other person posting on social media?
I never said that.
But what I'm saying, but when it said that like, I can't get away from it. And these people, it's if like they have something to do with how you feel about yourself, and they don't.
It's never. I don't think it's ever really them. It's just like when you have in your mind that you're not satisfied with who you are as your body, and you're on social media and you're always seeing someone like they're comfortable with their body looks good, and you're looking at yourself like, okay, well, how can I get there? It definitely does bring you down.
It's a discouragement.
And I would like to say any babe who feel like that, like you really shouldn't, that should be motivation to you. It shouldn't discourage you at all, because at the end of the day, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what that person does every day to have that body. You don't even know if that body real with all the filters out here in the world. So to be honest with you, that should not discourage you from what you're doing for yourself. Nobody on Instagram know your life, like, but you. So you could be you. Sorry, you go hard for your fucking fitness, bitch. Hard as hell. It's somebody's probably not even going as hard as you, but they may be smaller than you. They don't trump you. You are harder. You go harder. You to go because she ain't even doing as much as you are.
Exactly.
You feel me? So any babe,
I'm there now because it's taken a lot of time, and it's still stuff that I don't like, and I'm okay with admitting that. Yeah. But it is hard. As me being a person on social media, I have to get away. I'm like, I can't because it's making me feel bad. Like, damn, like I really don't need to be eating this. I need to make sure I get in the gym twice a day. It makes me go harder on myself in almost an unhealthy way because it's like, what's taking me so long?
I agree because I think
in comparison to
exactly. I mean, I had to get out of that. Now it's like I know my mind, my journey, my process. It's all mine. It has nothing to do with anybody else.
Because speaking for myself, I know I used to do that a lot, and like I said, I define beauty with a certain like shape and feel. Did you feel the same? Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, that's what gets me upset about now having like more plus size women, because now we're praising BBW this, I like them thick, da 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 da. But I've been thick my whole life, but I was looked at as something not as
now
good.
Now y'all jumping on the thick band.
And I just be like, well, where was this praise when I was starving myself, or when I was on like stupid regimens trying to get like this, and now all of a sudden this is okay?
And that in it, to me, I can attest to that, because that in itself is what has moved me out of that.
Ooh. Because
hell no. Like, bitch, you don't know what I've been through to look the way I look today. I don't give a fuck if I don't look like Drea, who is my body goes. I don't care if I don't look like her now. When I see her, I be like, yes, bitch. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm getting there. So for the simple fact that I have gone through mental strains and have tried all these different things, these diets and everything, like, no, like, that's not, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But it takes yourself you have to remove yourself, because if you don't, then that's when you start developing eating disorders and very unhealthy health
Let me ask y'all this though, and I feel like I just lost it back.
But I was gonna say, I feel you. Like, y'all, it's bomb that you can be honest about the way that you feel and getting on social media. You know what I mean? And
that's now. Like at first, at first it was really hard for me. It's just like, I mean, y'all know how I was about 2 years ago. It's just like, but now it's like, you know what? At this point, ain't nobody worried about me but me.
And you know
so let me look good for me.
I think for me, being a dancer helped me with that early on. Yeah, I saw girls when I was in high school. I was not being on a dance team. I feel like I was one of like the largest girls on the dance team in comparison to the girls that were there. Being in front of a mirror every day and looking at everybody and yourself in the leotards that's pudging you out and all that shit. I literally struggled every single day, bitch. Every single day. And it's like now, it's like, bitch, please.
Yeah.
I can't. I will not. I will not. I will not chain myself to that.
That's why we need to start teaching girls younger. Because if we would have had that in high school, we would have been so much far.
But you know what's crazy to me, and what I was thinking about is like growing up too, defining beauty with body image. I used to always think the more beautiful people or the more fit people got more. And that's real. Yeah, I can attest to that. They got more. Either they got men or they got more opportunities just because of the way they look. And I still feel like today that's kind of still an issue in some instances.
Crazy. That's exactly what it is.
I used to be like that when we used to try out for dances. I'd be like, bitch, I can't get up that high. My damn. And my mom used to tell me too, like, you know, if you lose weight, you may be able to get
that's how we are. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. That's why I try to make, especially because I have daughters, I try to make sure not only am I practicing what they're, because I know it's hard, so I'm trying to fix me first before I can help them, because I'm no good to them if I don't know what I'm doing. Or if I'm still practicing negative traits. And I don't want to pass that on to them. So I try to make sure that no matter what size, what height, what color, like, beauty is what is your own interpretation.
That's right.
Because no, y'all don't look alike. No, y'all not the same color. No, y'all not the same size. But you guys are both equally beautiful in your own right.
Because of what's inside of you.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying, who you are. I'm like, it don't matter if you, because like what we see now is like, okay, we see all the girls with their bodies done and stuff. In our minds, or not necessarily our specific minds, but it's like, they winning. Because they with the ballers, they with this, they have this, they don't have to go to work.
I don't sit here and lie. They say sometimes I don't think that, like the girls who are out here flying in the
they don't have to go to work every day. They getting paid for it, getting flued out and shit. I mean,
I feel
some type of way when I'm at work. I'm at my 9 to 5, like, well, goddamn.
Right.
Here I am busting it for a check, and this whole out here.
Sitting on the couch
all you gotta do is one post today, and now you done made your rent.
Honey. But I feel you. But how do you know that there are people that will rent Airbnbs to get the perfect picture?
Or go on tours of houses to take a picture in a room. Absolutely.
Do you know that there are bitches who are posting pictures from trips they took years ago?
Absolutely.
Do you know that it's bitches out here who don't eat unless they text a nigga and a nigga pay for it?
Absolutely.
Do you know that shit is aggravating? Because I've been there my goddamn self. Not with the whole trip shit, but all this other. It's not. I'm not saying that I am, because I'm not. I don't know. I ain't nowhere near or don't know what these hoes and traveling, being flued out, nothing like that. But what I will say is, every last woman around this table. I'm sorry, y'all, we got to ring me right now. Every last woman around this table is an independent ass bitch. Oh, yeah. She ain't dependent on the nigga for shit.
Yes, queen.
And she is focused. She is focused on her peace and her serenity. And her perspective, and making sure that her shit is straight. And she knows that with her mental, if her peace and her mental are good, then everything else will fucking follow.
We just need to make it the wave. It's not the wave right now.
It is the wave.
It's becoming the wave. It has not always been the wave.
I think it's who you follow.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Boss ass bitches is the wave on my timeline.
Yeah.
I don't go. Boss ass bitches is the wave on my timeline.
And I had to filter that out too. And I have a lot of friends. Like I have a lot of friends who are good on the YouTube or who get ads based off of them being their regular selves. They're doing ads and everything like that.
Because of their mind and their influence, their positive.
But everybody doesn't know that. Everyone doesn't have that access to know that.
I wish we had a man here because I would love to hear how they define beauty in 2020. Well, I didn't know if we wanted to bring them and put them on the spot like that. We do have men here, but they're in the back.
They're in the audience.
Yeah, they're in the audience.
Last 2 y'all.
I'm curious to hear how men in 2020 define beauty.
Because it's really different. Because
I wonder if it's still a look.
I can speak for my man.
What do you think?
The booty, bitch. What you mean?
I mean, everybody like ass.
My man said, if you ain't had no ass, I was not talking to you. Okay? Nah, just
That's usually the standard. I know a lot of guys like that. Like.
But being on Twitter, I think there are a lot of men who say like that's y'all problem because y'all think it's because of how you look and think it's because of what's in your legs and that's the reason why you ain't got shit.
Okay, so then tell me this is my argument for that, and I ask men this all the time. What are you saying? Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced when you're on, like, you're not looking like this, but the men that you're looking at or the men you're trying to talk to, every time you go on a certain type of picture, they name right there because they like the picture. So I was like, what you liking? Okay, that's what you like. But then you saying, I'm good how I am.
We would be silly
what does that
think
mean?
that men don't desire a nice body. There's a difference between desire and value now. Oh,
but they don't have a desire button and this is what I really like button.
But they
need a lust and a love button.
A like doesn't mean anything. It's just a like picture
in our minds. But everybody does not think likes don't mean anything. Which is a reason. I'm not speaking. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying for me.
But for a person who got 150,000 likes, you think that one like from whatever nigga is gonna affect her?
What would you tell the babes who think like that though? Mm-hmm. That's the point.
They think that like is what is validation.
They do it for likes. Everybody does it for likes.
I can be honest and say, bitch, that's why I'm on a hiatus from Instagram, okay? Because I have that complex in my head. Like, I really do. Like, I grew up in the sense of outside validation. And I've been working on trying to work myself out of that.
And that's a very hard thing.
How did you do that?
Bitch. But
solitude.
That being solitude and just being silent in myself, like connecting with myself and realizing who I am as an individual. Yeah. And knowing who I am helps me to trust myself more. And trusting yourself helps you to make sound decisions, you know? Not have to ask people what they think because you trust yourself in who you are on the inside. So I feel it 100% because me posting on Instagram, I feel away. Like I be like, damn,
if I didn't get a certain amount of likes,
compared to something, like why I didn't get this?
Because I know people how when Instagram first came out, it was like once you get like 10 or 11,
right? 10 likes was good.
They stopped being names because at first it'd be like people's names and then it just go to a number.
Oh yeah, to a number.
I knew people when Instagram first came out, like if it didn't go to that number and it was still names, they would delete the picture.
I know people to this day who, if they don't make it to 100 likes, the picture's gone.
I do that.
Why?
Because I just do. I don't know. It's a complex.
But that's a beauty thing that we need to touch on, though. Why do you do that?
I don't know. Because I just.
I'm gonna tell you how.
I don't know. I just feel away. I feel like it didn't get as much reach as I wanted.
Do you feel like you're not beautiful, or is it
just
another thing?
No. I just be feeling like. I mean, shit, maybe it was the time I posted it, bitch. Maybe.
Me too. We do that about the show. We be like, what time everybody be on Instagram? Okay, we're going to drop it that time.
No, real time. I've gone as far as, like, posting something and then somebody commenting on it, and I didn't like the comment, and I deleted it because I was too scared. Yeah, I remember. I'm be real transparent. So
social media,
I posted a picture. I posted a picture and I said, because normally, like, I don't know, I'm so like I be having anxiety, y'all. I'm such like inside of my body, it be like, like I be tripping. Yeah. So I was like, I posted something. I put "What's Big, Sweetie" on it, right? Normally, I'm not that trendy when it comes to the captions and the words, you know. And at the time, that was like something that was being said a lot. So I was like, okay, what's this?
Let's use it.
And exactly, I used it, and in my body, I was like, oh my god. So when somebody commented, it was like, okay, and I deleted it.
Why?
I don't know. I was so nervous. I don't know. And I just that's the test. That goes to show you like validation. And that was a minute ago, like last year, maybe like September or something like that. But that every time it happens, I'm like, okay, I ain't done yet. You know what I mean? Like, I got work to do.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that.
I'm still working.
What I had to do, because for me, it was really, really, really bad. I was willing to do some risque things to look like the social norm. So what I had to do was think about what's really important in life. And it sounds like a little cliche or like really simple, but I had to really sit down and think what's important and what can be bought. And at the end of the day, if I didn't have it, where would I be?
Yeah.
So once I did like a real self-assessment, okay, I'm smart. You can't buy smarts. You can buy a face, but a natural face is, a natural face just waking up like this, everybody can't do that. So it's like, I don't need makeup. I'm smart, so I don't need, like, it's either you're pretty or you smart.
Yeah.
Those were the two things. So I'm just like, I look good and I'm smart and I know how to go out and get it. And I'm kind of independent in myself, so everything else is just a plus.
Beautiful. You know, one thing that I love about humans and like what I've really defined as beauty lately is just humans in general, just in the fact that we're all so different. There is a billion and plus people on this earth, but there is no one on this world that is just like you. And that's what makes you beautiful. Exactly. Like, if that's the message that I could give to the babes to, like, wrap this all up, it's like, that's it. That's the key. There is nobody on this earth that is just like you, looks like you, unless you're a twin. But there's nobody on this earth, but even twins, they're so different. I have a lot of twin friends that are completely different. There's no one on this earth that's like you. Mm-mm. And that's what makes you beautiful. Yeah. And I just want everyone to kind of like get into that.
Ain't your booty. It ain't your booty. It ain't the booty. Ain't nothing wrong with it because I definitely go back and forth with BBL or no BBL. And I'm
girl, if I had a little money, I ain't wrong with that.
I mean, I'm definitely here for a mommy makeover, but I don't want to, even with my kids, it's just, I don't know where I'm at right there. Yeah. I don't know.
My thing, I think I'm just on like, it's not like you said, we're all different. Mm-hmm. So we all have different things inside of us. So we're all talking about outer shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how we define beauty.
That's literally.
I mean, not like when I say y'all, but sometimes no. I can admit sometimes that is how I define beauty.
Because that's how we go through a million outfit changes. That's how we pick our outfit. So if we're like, okay,
we go through a million outfit changes because of how we feel about ourselves. That leads us why I do it.
How I look at
my thing is, outfit. But the way I look don't have nothing to do with what another person has to say about how I look. It's about me and my comfort. If I feel pretty, because I could put on something that is super uncomfortable, I don't feel it, and somebody else could be like, "Damn, bitch, you look bad," and I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. My boobs is falling out. Da 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 da. So it's about me and my confidence and how I feel once I put my outfit on. Like that's it. Like it's not about.
I think that's what Lizzo
It's so much stress. If you think about it, there's so many stressors when you give yourself to people. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Like we talk about the power, our own individual power all the time. So every time that we look to Instagram or look to likes for validation, it's like we're giving ourselves to people we don't even fucking know.
Giving power to somebody that
you don't understand. Like you don't even know me. You don't know the half of me. And we also have to stop looking at likes and thinking that it's because of how somebody looks, to be honest. Because a lot of times people like personality as well. There are a lot of different personalities on social media as well. People like purpose. People like, you know what I mean? There are a lot of different things that people like, and we have to get to the point to where we are focusing on ourselves and realizing what are we looking at. Like if we see things, it's not about other people, it's about us. We are looking at the body. We are, and once you check yourself, I feel like everything else after that is gonna be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll start to get to the root and to the bottom of, what is. And that's to fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh, it's so tough.
That's it. But I feel like we need to start with us.
Because for me, I changed it for me. I'm like, I'm looking at your character and not your spirit. Like, that's why when we had the whole conversation about Lori Harvey, I'm like, okay, so what does she do? And it's just like, be pretty.
Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with this? And that's my thing. Like, I don't. If I see a babe,
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, okay, so what else? Like, I don't care about.
Why does she have to do something else? Why can't she just be a woman who's beautiful, who comes from a wealthy family, and she just lives her life?
Because I'm concerned with the mind. Like, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know how you look.
How do we know anybody's mind on social media?
Yeah, but
I'm saying that's what I'm looking for. So when people be like, "Oh, she's so pretty," I'm like, "Okay, what else?"
But what I'm saying, how do you know? How are you able to measure someone's mental on social media? Things that they control, they can say whatever.
No, that's my point. I'm not looking at that. I don't care about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay,
saying, like, what else does she?
What else? And not just Lori Harvey. I'm just saying anybody. Yeah, you pretty, but to me, it's like I need something else.
So to you, okay, I guess my thing is like, I mean, shit, that's what you do.
In her situation or anyone else of like her caliber or her, of her level, it's just like this is what makes beauty standards, being physical or body image, so difficult because Lori can post a picture on Instagram and, like you said earlier, get paid thousands of dollars just off that post of her being beautiful.
And she's
but
for that.
One thing that I've noticed, I actually back chat, there are also a lot of other women who do not saying they're not beautiful like Lori, but a lot of just regular women who also pose on Instagram and make thousands of dollars.
And I think we should amplify those to see, or at least to show that there's a variety.
They are,
because right now, all we're seeing and all we're zoning in. Absolutely. And that's why I try to make sure it's a constant thing, because even when I'm looking at my kids, what they're looking at, what my sister-in-law is looking at, because she's in high school, she's a teenager, and then I have small kids. So I like to try to see, like, where y'all minds at, because that's for me, I guess, because I'm on a mental health journey, emotional health journey, that's all I'm concerned with. Yeah. Like, I don't care about the physical aspect at all, because I think that comes with being healthy mentally, so you're going to make better choices. So then I'm going to make a conscious, healthier choice too. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be eating that, or maybe I should be a little more physical. But if we're just doing things physically and we're not thinking about it, we're not processing like normal or how we should be processing, we're going to forget what really matters. And I think beauty, like physical beauty, does not matter at all. And if we took that if we took physical beauty, physical appearance out of the equation, we'll be having a lot of different conversations. We'll be forced to have a lot of different conversations that could probably push us further as a gender, a race, a species. Like, literally.
I think we're getting there.
We are, and that's why I appreciate our platform, because it's like, we look good. We know how we look physically attractive, but we're also becoming secure in the mind. And I think you need both of those to really just do anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does scare me for like the kids that are like in high school and stuff like that. Because you gotta think, when we was in high school,
they think life is love and hip hop, girl.
Like, so we only had the people in our school to compare ourselves with. Like, you know, there was always that talk of like the pretty girl in the school, you know, the handsome guy in the school, and that was just it. But now, you know, these kids have social media. It's so many people.
I be thinking about that all the time. Like, what if we had Instagram in high school?
I can't even imagine mentally. And that's what, like, that's the whole point of the show. It's just like, to tie it all in, like, so what lessons would you guys give our younger babes who do listen about beauty? Because they probably are struggling, having a difficult time, like, defining themselves as beautiful, because they don't look like Drea or Lori Harvey or anybody like that.
I honestly would say that Instagram is a reel of people. Instagram is what people show you. You do not know people's lives, and if you really are obsessed with a certain person or a certain group of people, just keep following them and see how much shit they go through, in addition to the body they have and the money they have.
They're not showing
and the
you
men
everything.
they have and the flights they take. Like, there's so many other things, and I feel that as long as, if you continue to just focus on yourself, even when you on Instagram, when you scrolling, even if you feel like a little bit of hate or a little bit of jealousy or a little feel of discouragement, focus on yourself. Figure out what it is that you can do for yourself so that you don't feel like that. Because the moment that you project that shit onto that bitch that you don't know, you've lost power.
That's a funny thing. Like, that's a sad thing.
We really give up power. Like, it's
so
like
people we don't even know. Like, we'll never meet you a day in my life, but I give you so much power about how I feel, like the trajectory of my day. Like, I'm guilty of that. Like, sometimes I would get on social media, and just based off of my feed, it would change the entire trajectory of my day. And it's just like, I'm not even going to see y'all physically. And I'm already like, based off of what I've seen on social media. It's sad.
We have to change the narrative.
Would you, and this question, would you guys change like your life? Like, okay, so when you look on Instagram and you see those people and they change the trajectory and change the way you look at things, if you could snap your fingers, would you change lives with them?
No. So
what would make you feel better about, you know what I mean? Like, what would make it like better when you?
Oh no, I do like you. Like, I clear my feed of things that pour into me, and I suggest that too for like younger girls who are listening who are struggling with like defining their beauty based off physical. I would do a hard sweep of your feed. Like, I would say that. Like, follow more people who are doing motivational posts, like not half naked posts, but they're posing in their business suits talking about what they accomplished, or people are constantly posting quotes or vacation trips. Yeah. Like, I follow a lot of people. I have to do a hard sweep of my
because it's nice to look at, but you have to be secure in your mind. If you're not secure in your mind,
I follow the
you don't need to see that.
That's enough for me to get the
right. You can see
that's enough for me. Other than that, I'm following, like Lo said earlier, boss babes, babes who are out here accomplishing things, who look like me, who have a life like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
there's beauty in the 9 to 5. Now let's not.
There's beauty in a check. Let me make that very clear. There is beauty in
everybody
purpose.
I'm like, we need people to work 9 to 5. So you know, some people are passionate about that, and it's nothing wrong. Like, we need people working in the call center. Yeah. We need people in the hospitals. Like,
somebody
we need people.
My phone call.
No, literally, like there's a need for everyone. We don't all have to, like, it's okay to have a passion to serve people in a building environment. Everyone doesn't have to be a freelance artist. Everyone doesn't have to be a creative. You just love what you do. And again, it's like, it's about you. What matters to you.
What matters to you.
And that's what I'm thinking now. And I could just, we can really just round it off with this. And it's like kind of a wrap up / get your mind right in the whole thing. I just challenge y'all to do I want to call it a self-assessment, but not even a self-assessment. Just what matters to you. When you think of beauty, like, what does beauty mean to you? How do you define beauty? And if it's just physical, it's some more work. It's some more work that needs to be done. And then I know something that helped me. You have to appreciate who you are now.
Right.
Even if you're transitioning, because I'm transitioning to better, but I'm appreciating myself now. Because if you don't love yourself now, you're not going to love yourself when you get the body that you want. It's always going to be something. Yeah.
I remember
it's going
you expressed that on the show a while back. Like, you did say, like,
what if
you get your body
and I still hate myself. It's just ugly.
Yeah.
So, like, what a practice that I'm doing, or that I do, besides waking up and just praying, I look in the mirror and I appreciate something different about who I am in the raw. So I just challenge everyone to do something like that, whether it's writing down a list of reasons why you like yourself, or reasons, or your highlights, and put down what matters. I mean, I feel like that's something, because sometimes you need to see it. Yeah. And just because other people aren't,
on paper.
Literally, just because you don't see it, or not just because someone else or the people that you want to see it don't see it, it's not for them to see.
Yeah.
As long as you see it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Ugh. And if you feel that, in addition to that, you can write down what you feel is beautiful. And if you feel like, the body, the BBL, that's what makes you feel beautiful, do it.
Yeah, we're not.
That's
all
what
of us
journey
here support a BBL.
Sure, I support a mommy makeover.
When we get the money, we will all have a nice little nip and tuck somewhere. So no one is not saying.
Because absolutely, do you hear me, girl? Because it's not, your body is art, and you sculpt it the way you want to sculpt it.
Do what you want to do with it.
Period. But also make sure your mind is there. Make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for attention of others. Because when you don't get that attention, then you start doing other things.
Yeah. Doing more. And
less is more sometimes.
Like a whole plastic.
Ooh, unfamiliar, unrecognizable.
Blow up now. Looking like you can just walk right about I don't know.
Ooh.
Jesus.
We don't have time for that, babe. We don't have time.
Come on. Beauty is what you define it, y'all.
It ain't your booty.
It ain't your booty. It can be.
Beauty.
There's addition to your booty.
There is.
Because booty could be beautiful. Everybody we from the South.
I love a nice butt.
We're not gonna like fat ass.
Me too.
I love a nice
I love a nice juicy booty. And I also love a nice BBL juicy booty too.
Yes.
Because the booties be so perfect. There's nothing wrong. That's another thing.
Share your person.
Make sure it's jiggly and not stiff.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay, and this is what I was saying. Another thing, y'all, please don't take this show as like any of us like judging people. Like,
really
do not
this is a safe
judge
space.
People. Like, that's the one thing. Like, like I said, you do not know these people on Instagram. That's why there's so many people that are hateful and send out hateful ass comments and be so just nasty because you think you know this bitch and you mad at yourself. Because you don't look like her. Because of what's going on the inside.
I never understand people who like talk bad or talk negatively under celebrity clothes. And it's just like, you don't even know her. And it makes me sad because it's just like you like they're human, just like you. Like just as much as we talk about like suicide rates and stuff, like don't think that celebrities don't battle with the same thing.
We literally watch them die.
Or methods on display. Yeah. And think about it. It's okay for them to have.
Yes, you could. You got to find that.
Yeah, you do. It's okay for them to have made, had surgery because of their insecurities. Like, think about that. Think about the fact people who have had surgery because of insecurities and being popular on Instagram. Like, damn, like, I'm already insecure. Like, and then now I got to do this in front of everybody. And so we can't really judge them because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know why they feel the way they feel. So just be
Start with yourself. Yeah, you find you.
You find you. And if it's that bad, bitch, go get Dr. Miami.
Okay. Save your money.
Save your coin.
If you don't like it, there's nothing wrong with fixing it.
Anything you want to fix, you can change. Honestly, except your eye color.
No, you can say us that you can change.
Y'all know they reverted back, right?
Yeah, she said she had complications. Well, her daughter had complications with it.
And went all the way to Dubai.
No, it's dangerous. Like, going under the knife.
At any time, whether it's necessary for medical treatment or what you call it. What do we call it? Anything like there is a risk associated with everything.
So that's why it's even more important that you are very sure this is what you want to do because it's dangerous.
Y'all, because low key, like.
Period be stupid.
Ooh,
I said you gotta do what? You can't sit on your butt for how long?
For 2 weeks.
What? Ooh. I watched this vlog one day. This girl was she was sitting backwards in a car, girl. She was on her knees in the car. She
That's crazy.
Not just
that's a lot.
Y'all.
But babes, we hope you feel beautiful every day. And
you are beautiful.
It on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. I do that a lot. I don't know if y'all watched Being Mary Jane, but I am good for the sticky note all around my house because I need that.
You need it.
You know,
encouragement, reminders.
I'm one to say that every day is not a good day.
It's not.
Every day is not
Sometimes
a good day.
you do wake up and don't feel like you feel like shit.
And you need motivation to be like, oop, I need to get through today.
That's why you need a mental anchor. For the days you don't look like you want to look in your mind, you know what, I'm still here.
And when you get to the point to where you can go to Instagram and that be the motivation you need, then do that. Because that's how it is for me. I do everything for it.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, I gotta, no. I get back to it. Like,
oh, y'all. It's so sad. I'm
is.
Sorry. It just be sad. It just be so sad because it's like I see women like.
Yeah. There are a lot of women that be,
it's very troubling.
That's like, I know that's a horrible demon to walk around with.
It. Like, this is, like, these phones are,
that's
like,
what it is.
Life. Like, social media, people feel like you have to be connected. Like, you have to know, like, FOMO, fear of missing out.
Or you have nothing, you have no idea. Like, right now, I have no idea what's going on because I just got back on Instagram.
I feel like a lot of people feel like with social media, if you're not on it, you're not active, like, you have no identity. Like, you don't exist. I can go years, months without posting on social media.
And be living my life.
Stories, but the page.
I don't have it.
Oh, God. I gotta get back though. You said what?
I didn't feel pretty. That'd be honest. It's an honest statement. I don't post a lot of pictures because sometimes I just don't feel pretty.
It's like,
my thing, I feel like most of my thing is always weight. That's my thing. Weight. And I know, I know it's like, shut the fuck up.
It's that beauty thing.
Always that with me. I'm always like,
we struggle too, baby.
We do. Oh, definitely. My thing, all I said was, I ain't never looking at another hoe and be like, I don't.
Yeah. I feel you. I be the same way.
I
be feeling the same way when I be listening to y'all complain. I be like,
okay. You tell me all. I
be like, listen.
You be like, what do you mean?
Like, what? I mean, we could definitely trade bodies. I bet you give it back. I mean, ew.
You want to trade boobs?
I mean, we could.
Let's do it.
I
bet you give it back.
I bet you give mine back too.
You would take my boobs, girl.
Absolutely. Strap the thing down.
You ready to take this hardness off of these hoes and watch them fall to the ground?
Okay. On that note.
Babe,
y'all follow, like, subscribe, share, everywhere.
We are going to be in our studio very soon. Actually, the next episode will be in our studio.
Yes, in Jesus' name.
We ain't did that in so long.
Right. So this is the last time you guys will hear us on this mic. Probably not the last because this
Thank
is
you, God. You know, this is OG.
This is Old Faithful.
Yeah.
We can do this anywhere.
But you guys know what to do. Instagram, Brown Sugar Babe Pod.
Twitter, Brown Sugar Babe Pod.
We promise to be more active on the Twitter and the Facebook. Instagram is just where it's at.
Yeah.
And y'all talk to us a lot more on Instagram.
But I heard Twitter popping, but
I love Twitter.
I love Twitter.
Okay, well, y'all can do the Twitter.
Like low key, if we had to like pick one, you know how to be like pick one if it was between Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
I pick Twitter.
I pick Twitter.
Because Twitter used to be
you can post pictures on Twitter too.
Absolutely.
But y'all make sure you guys love on yourself. Love on yourself to the core. If you got somebody in your life that's not loving on you the way you want to be loved on, find your exit and move around.
Yes, and that's on period.
Especially if you've already stated to whomever how you like to be loved.
Yes, I said.
I'm not repeating myself no more in 2020, but that's another topic for another day.
What you can do, if you don't remember, you can scroll up in our thread.
Oh, that's another topic for another day.
I struck a chord.
Oh, but baby, you know what to do.
Drink your water.
Drink your water.